Due to circumstances beyond anyone's control, Dr. Dre is in the motherfucking house. So right about now, and I say, yo Steve, are you with me? ICE, are you with me?
Here's a little something about a nigga like me that never should've let me buy tape from Steve. Ice Cube would like to play Dope Shit mixed by Dr. Dre. Since I was a youth, I like Compton. Now I like the motherfucking Roadium. Buying a tape or two, that's what the hell I do. You don't like Tony A? Well, fuck you, this is a game, and I'm in it. Ice Cube will fuck you up in a minute with a right, left, right, making you sick. And then you see Tony A is on the mix.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 308. And before I introduce my very special guest, once again, I got some minor announcements. Last night, me and Marvelous and some guests went live on Marvelous Minds. So make sure you guys go check that out, okay? The topic was the Bible, or the Bible origins, or origins of the Bible, something like that. But we had a great time, so make sure you guys go check that out. Also, don't forget to check out, we just recently had Face verse It. I think I pronounced his name right. Make sure that was episode 307. Before that, we had News with Norberts, and before that, we had Conversation with Marvelous. We got a lot of great guests coming up for this upcoming month. So make sure you guys stay tuned. So other than that, we started a little bit early, but I like going on later on about 8 o'clock. But you know what? And this week, we're going to be dropping some more new content for the members only. Thank you, all the members. Thank you, everybody who's on the live chat, everybody who liked, commented, subscribed, and shared. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into it with, and I hope I get it right, Swinla.
Correct.
You
got it.
Okay. You know why? Because the way, and much love and respect to Gold Toes, but the way he pronounced it to me, I guess I must have heard it wrong or different.
Okay.
So now it's Thizz. What was the other part?
Thizz Latin.
Thizz Latin.
Yeah.
Now, for us, can you explain what Thizz Latin is?
Thizz Latin is basically we're the Latin branch from Thizz Entertainment. It all started with Mac Dre, Thizz, and right after he passed away,
yes,
Goto's had a good relationship with him, so him and Kilo, got together and hooked up, and they said, man, let's put the Latins with us, and you guys kind of have your own version of the Thizz and your own thing going, so we called it Thizz Latin. Then they started off with the 17 with a Thizz album that came out. And it was basically, they just got a bunch of brothers and Latinos, and we were just all on that album.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. You know what? Let me ask you this. How was the unity? Because you were originally from the Bay Area, if I'm correct?
Yeah.
Okay. How was the unity over there between blacks and Latinos?
Well, with me growing up, it was always brothers in our neighborhood, so we kind of just grew up together, everybody. Okay. Yeah, I'm from the Mission District, so
right.
But there was a lot of brothers that live in the Mission, and they kind of just hung out with us, and we kind of just related to the same struggles of being a minority anyway. So yeah, it was just unity, and it's always been good. I always been good with brothers. It ain't never been a problem. And down in Northern California, the blacks and browns, we always got along. It's never been a problem.
Yeah. That's dope. That's good to hear. We'll get a little bit more into that, but you know what? Today's Sunday. How has your weekend been going, man? Let's go back to Friday. How's it been going for us?
Friday's good. I just got back from Hawaii. I had to take a little trip with the family.
Okay.
I've been doing grinding music. So once I get to a few months of that, I always tell the wife, pack your stuff up. Let's get out of here. Let's kick our shoes off. So I got back, and then I headed straight out to, if I'm pronouncing it right, Adelanto, California. So they had the West Coast Hip Hop Awards, which they have every year in a different state. And I was up for a Northern California Latin Artist Award. So I called my boy up. I said, what's up? We riding now. He said, man, you just got back already? I said, the game don't stop. We got to keep it pushing. So we drove out here. It was a cool, we stopped in actually in Hanford for a minute, California, over by Fresno, chilled there, busted a few moves, Then we drove to what was we at Victorville?
Adelante. Okay,
Victorville. So it's just like 10 minutes from where that's at. Went over there, turned it up last night, got the award. Went back to a little Airbnb party after, and jumped in the jacuzzi and kept the party going.
That's
and
cool, man.
Now we here.
What part of Hawaii did you go to, and how long were you over there for?
I was in Kauai, and I was over there for about 12 days. I always take long vacations. I don't do the little short ones. It's too short for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what you gonna call it? As far as over there, were you able to do you surf at all?
Nah, I don't surf.
Okay, the reason why I asked is because when I was there, but this was like early 90s, okay?
Yeah.
And I was there for like 10 days, and I got so damn bored that I just decided to try to surf on them long-ass boards like the size of this table right
those
here.
waves are tremendous out there, too. I never seen no waves that come in like that. Those waves are just like... But I basically, did a few hikes because I'm into hiking and going on little adventures, stuff like that. So I hiked a few places. I went to a luau. It was dope. I'd never been to a luau, so that was dope. Seeing the dude with the fire, and it was a big buffet going on. So we did that, and then we took a helicopter ride.
Oh shit!
So I try to do all kind of different, and then we were just on the beach, and then besides that, we were in a fat resort, so like 1 or 2 of the days, I was just resort life.
As far as the helicopter, have you ever rode on a helicopter before, other than the one in Hawaii?
I did in Vegas one time.
Okay, because somebody told me if you're ever going to get in a helicopter, right out your wheel. I don't know how true that is, bro. Is it? How was it, bro?
I try not to think about it. I just try to just get on, and you know what I mean. So I be like, I used to be scared of heights a lot. Every time I was up high, I used to be like, damn.
I'm scared of heights, bro. Really scared of heights.
Yeah, my son, he'd be like, man, what are you scared of, Pop? I'm like, man, I just don't like being up this high.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or even, believe it or not, even looking up at a big ass building.
Yeah.
Like it gives me like anxiety. And I don't go through like anxiety and none of that shit.
Yeah.
But for some reason, tall ass buildings, bro, because I think, you know what did it for me? When I first got on Instagram in 2017, somebody sent me a video of these crazy white boys that be hanging out the edge of those buildings.
Oh, yeah.
And then or they'll grab somebody's arm and they'll let them swing them. And
it's that white boy shit. They do that all the time.
They'll hold on in one hand and then take a selfie. But here's the part I think that really got to me. The guy took a selfie. He dropped his phone and he fell with it, trying to grab his cell phone, bro.
Trying to grab the thing.
And seeing him fall, bro,
it
like really, really messed me up, bro.
Yeah, that was enough.
So I was like, I can't do this.
What I was doing sometimes I just close my eyes and meditate. When I'm high up like that, I just kind of like, and then try, open my eyes a little bit and kind of just being like, and looking at the time, going, I just gotta hurry up. I want this time to go already. Yeah.
So walk us through this award show. When did it start? You said it was in Adelanto. Do you know? Can you fill us in like who was hosting it? Who possibly was there?
It was Octavius Miller. He hosts them.
Okay.
They had the Loonies hosting it yesterday.
Okay.
They had Sugar T. Sugar T was there. E40's sister, she was there. A bunch of artists that were there. Like there was a bunch of like artists from LA there, artists from Seattle. There was some cats I never heard of, but I kind of networked with them, connected, and there was a lot of people. It was a good little turnout.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So they presented you this award. Can you walk us through this award? What was this award for? Is it a new artist? Is it new? Can you kind of fill us in?
It's basically Northern California Latino award for moving around as much as I do.
Right.
All the hustling, the show. Because besides rapping, I throw shows.
Oh, okay.
I manage. I make beats. I do like a little bit of everything.
You wear a lot of hats.
Yeah, a lot of hats. And then I put cyphers together. I get people from different neighborhoods and states, and I put them all in a pot of gumbo and connect people. Like I've connected people from Houston to people in New York to people in San Francisco. I put them all in the same room and let them build relationships. And then over the years, a lot of people are like, man, bro, if it wasn't for that, I would have never even did this with this guy. And
you open doors and make connections for people.
Yeah, I try to. I want to see, if you mess with me, I want to see everyone win. It's lonely being at the top by yourself and eating by yourself and everyone's watching. So I try to, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt until I believe in you until you give me the reason to not believe in you.
Yeah.
You know?
I like you said, it's lonely at the top, but you know what? Let's be honest. Nobody wants to be at the top alone. There's some people that are selfish like that, though.
Yeah.
You know, and believe me, I've met them, and they're watching right now.
Straight up.
So
Straight up.
you know,
Straight up.
yeah, man. You know what? That's good. I'm glad that you have that mentality, bro. Because when I met Gold Toast, and I'm embarrassed to say what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it. Okay. Had my boy Pocho one. He contacted me and he goes, "Hey man, I want to get on. I want to get put on an interview." I said, "Okay, who are you gonna come with? Are you gonna come by yourself with just you?"
Yeah.
And I only knew him from Instagram. And he goes, "Well, I want to bring Gold Toes." And then I said, "Cool. Have him send me his bio." Now, keep in mind, I didn't know who Gold Toes was.
Oh, okay. Is
Okay,
that right?
Yeah, and so Gold Toes calls me and he goes, "Hey, what's up, man?" I go, "Hey, what's up, bro? You gonna be coming with Pocho?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I go, "Hey, can you send me your bio, bro?" And he was like, "Oh, okay." He goes, "You don't know who I am?" And I said,
Yeah.
I go, "Nah." But keep in mind, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record to the fans. I always tell people that like from 2002 to 2017, I started working and I didn't listen to no music at all.
You were just like,
Just family time, raising my kids. That's it.
Yeah, definitely.
So when I started podcasting in 2019, that's when I started hearing about people again. So Gold Toes was new to me.
Yeah.
So when he came, I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, I think that's what made the conversation more interesting, because there are people that many times they look up to an artist, and they won't ask certain questions because they're groupied out.
Yeah. If anything, they're just starstruck.
Right.
Yeah.
But we had a great time that day, man. He bought a big ass bottle of tequila, and I kept it as a souvenir.
Ooh, nice.
We drank it all.
Yeah.
And after that, we had a push-up contest. It was good. So, but we had a great time.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know what? Let's talk a little bit about your history. So once again, I know you're originally from the Bay Area. Can you give us a picture of what it was like in your neighborhood growing up as a kid?
In the Mission District, basically, where I'm from, San Francisco, California, the Mission District. When I was growing up, it was, a lot of, it ain't like it is now. It's a lot of gentrification. A lot of white people have moved in.
Yes.
It doesn't look like, it's not dangerous like it was when I was growing up. It was a different, gang on every corner. It was, the crackhead, but that it was just, hustling. It wasn't no social media like that or nothing. So, like, you had to be real to even rap. Like, if I wanted to rap or something like that, the older homies would be like, you better be living up to what you're talking about, or you're going to have to come deal with us.
You just said something so dope. You had to be real.
You had to be real.
So that you can rap.
That you can rap. If you were saying over here talking all this big stuff in your raps and this and that, the older homies would be like, all right, as soon as you come to the hood, they're like, all right. All that what you was talking about, all right, let's see you do it now. Yeah,
exactly.
And so
why is it so much different today than what it was back then?
Social media. Anybody could. You don't even have to be a real gangster dude like that no more. You can just jump on there and lie to the public. And you're like, I'm like, who is this dude? He ain't never done. The real homies know, they'll be like, man, that dude ain't never been out here, right? He ain't never done nothing for nobody. And then they start reflecting on. They'll be like, hey, Swinla, what if all the stuff you've done out here, and you're gonna let this guy that ain't done nothing act like he's somebody? And me, I'm humble, so I'm kind of like, as long as he ain't got, it's nothing he says wrong towards me, or he's got, I don't care about what the next man is doing. Yeah, I care about what's on my plate, because it's too much. A lot of people just wanting to look at everybody's plate and not worry about what's on their plate. I don't trip off of it, but there's other homies, they don't care about the rap. It's all about the streets and trapping, and they'll tell you, I don't care about rap, homie. Like, I just care about keeping it real. And if you ain't keeping it real, then so the social media kind of is just like people just go on there and say whatever, and people start believing it, and it's just easier to get on. And then it was hard to get on back then, because it was like you had to know somebody to get in. And the studios back then used to cost a fortune just to do a song.
Big time,
The beats, you had to pay like at least a $400, $500 from a beat that a guy that might not even be like the biggest beat maker. The biggest beat makers wanted that. You couldn't even afford it, so that was out. So it's like easy now. These guys go in the studio and just, you know, everything is easier now. It's easy. I mean, in a good way, that's good because it helped me a lot with my career. But it's like just that hustle, that grit that you used to have to just like, you had to just do more, and you had to actually be outside and handing flyers out and going actually pulling up to stores. Yeah, pulling up to schools with CDs and this and that. So now it's just an easy game. Anybody could jump in it, you know? No,
very, very, very true. And, you know, and I know I always get accused of being an old head. I just like the days back then better. Even, me too. You know, even though, you know, the gangs ran the street, you know, big time. Yeah, definitely. You know, and the crack was everywhere. Everywhere. You know, few people today would understand that song by Public Enemy, Night of the Living Bassheads. Few people would understand that because that's really the way it was, especially out here. But music has changed, and I get that. You know what? It is what it is, like they say. How do you like the state of hip hop or rap today?
You know, I still like old, you know, I respect the people that paved the way, and like, you know, I always listen to throwback stuff all the time. Yes. I always put on a throwback or some type of classic. The new music is cool, you know, it's cool. I mean, some of it is dope. Sometimes a lot of these guys be sounding the same. Right. And I'm like, damn, he sounds like him, or he's biting him, or he sounds like him. Like, you know, years back, you had to kind of like have your own style. And if you was swagger jacking other people's style, people are like, dude, you're biting off so-and-so, or, you know, but now it's like, you know, some of these young cats, they hear somebody rap, and they just start rapping like him. And it's like, some of it is dope. Don't get it twisted. Some of it's dope, but like some of it starts getting repetitive, which people are just sounding the same. And it's like, let's try to like do something different. And then every time, like if I hear your album and it's just the same thing all the time, I like to do like music that like, if I do 10 songs, I'm gonna do all like different styles, maybe a little bit of singing, maybe like some weed song, maybe try to sound like on some reggae stuff, just keep it hood, gangster, like just try to like adapt to different situations, not just keep trying to sound the same. And every time on the same song, it's just the same. Yeah. You know?
Today, you know what? I mean, there's a lot of new artists out there that are really putting out music. I try to give everybody a chance. I always tell people when I give them an interview, I don't necessarily have to like your music to necessarily give you an interview. I just want to give you an opportunity for you to get out there. Yeah, you know, because I always tell everyone, look, there's an audience for everything. There's an audience for everything. I know from the Bay Area, a lot of people, look, people out here couldn't stand MC Hammer, especially in New York when he first came out with You Can't Touch This. Okay, everybody was saying he was a fucking sellout. He's selling the hip hop game. I saw an interview where MC Hammer said, "I'm not a rapper. I'm an artist." That's what he said. I'm not a gangster rapper. I'm an artist. Okay, cool. I get it. He was doing Pepsi commercials. He was doing Taco Bell commercials. He was being sponsored. And he was making good money. Yes, sir. Okay, and all these so-called hardcore rappers that were hating on him, as soon as they started getting sponsored, they started modeling for Carl Kanai and, you know, wearing lugs and all that. Now they're doing it, but they're not considered sellouts. I just didn't like the fact that MC Hammer just decided to go a different direction with his music. Yeah. And he won. You know, and for people to say, you know, he was a sellout, look, somebody bought them 25 million records.
Straight up. Like, just because you think somebody's phony, like, man, that dude is phony as hell. His swagger might be, like, out of this planet. His entertainment is like, man, I rap better than him. Yeah, but you don't know how to entertain like this guy does. Exactly. You know, and you might be saying the same word that man is saying. It's just the way he says it, though, just sounds good. It's more swaggier than how you say it, you know? Yeah. So it's like, so people are going to hate, you know, it's like everybody's not going to like the same type of music, the same type of style. But if you're making more money than this guy and he's making more money than you, then you kind of sound silly. Because I thought you were so dope. Then how come this man is making more than you? You might not be that dope as you think you are. You need to step up your entertainment. You need to do something. Like I said about worrying about other people's plate. Worry about your plate, because this guy's plate he's got a full plate. Yeah. You got a pea on your plate. You know what I'm saying? So it's, man. It's crazy.
You know, let me ask you this. Does it really take rapping skill to sell records? And now that's a question, but let me clarify what I mean. I interviewed a guy here, and I'll tell you his name afterwards.
Yeah.
I think he's an amazing artist. I truly do believe that. As a matter of fact, when the Source magazine from New York was getting ready to release his album, or to review it, they were going to take off the 5 mics because you know, I think 1 mic was whack or 5 was a classic.
5 was it? Yeah.
They were getting ready to do 6 mics only for his album.
Oh, that's yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing: the guy's an amazing rapper. They were actually even saying that the only artist that ever got 5 mics on the Source was Nas, and so they were saying that he was actually better than Nas. Okay, and I had him here, and he's from the area.
Yeah,
and we talked, and of course he was a little bitter because the album didn't sell. So now I guess I'm asking now, does it really, even though he had all the skills in the world, but why couldn't he sell records? So does it really take skill to sell records?
No.
Okay.
No. You have to push, you have to move, you got to keep it moving. The rap game now is like, people don't care what you did last month.
Yeah.
They don't care. You got to keep it moving. You got to keep showing them and moving and moving. That's one thing with Gotos. Like, you know, he's my older homie, and he kind of, you know, he's like, I seen all what he was doing, moving and grooving and grooving. I said, you know what? I got to start moving. I got to start pushing. Like,
right.
You know, I could think I'm the dopest guy in the world, but if I ain't pushing, how's your album going to sell? You know, I know some dope MCs, some dope MCs that are working at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, this dude is dope as hell, but he's just working at Walmart. Like, so I'm hanging up the towel, you know, and start, man, this rap shit is for kids. Then they start making excuses. Oh, that's for teenagers to do. You know, because they didn't make it. So all of a sudden, it's you know, that's a young guy's thing or whatever. But then I look and I'll be like, man, you weren't pushing. You weren't moving fast enough. You thought everything was going to come to you, and you weren't pushing. And like, no one's going to push you like you're going to push yourself. People can give you help. You can get help from different people. But if you're not like pushing yourself and being lazy and always asking the next man for handouts, or, yo, you're not doing this for me, or you're not doing this, or you're not doing this. It's like, what are you doing? You're not even pushing to sell that album like that. You're supposed to be knocking things down. You're supposed to be everywhere, you know. So that's why I think people's albums flop, because they're not pushing the way they're supposed to be pushing. Unless you're hella trash and people are just like, man, that's trashy.
That damn drink went down the wrong tube.
Yeah.
Hold on, Lucas calling me.
Go Toes, Julio, Drop Top.
Give me a 5-minute break. All right, you guys, sorry about that. My ass was choking over here and went down the wrong pipe. You know how that happens. It never really happened when I was live, but it's all good. I'm still alive. Let's keep it pushing, my bro. You know what? Somebody said this on an interview not too long ago, and they said the new talent is no talent. And he said the new talent is no talent because many people are trying to push more of a gimmick. Like, I'll give you an example. Speaking of Gotos, there was a guy that came out with a song. Remember? He was like, I made this kid. Are you familiar with that?
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of.
I didn't know who in the hell that. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember I was talking to Gotos about that, and I said, "Hey, man, have you heard that guy?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm trying to sign him."
Some of that stuff be selling. The little gimmicks and
Yeah.
them little. You be like, man, that's corny as hell.
Yes.
It might be dope.
You know
on the
what?
under. Yeah, yeah.
You know, and it's funny because, okay, like I'll give you an example. I don't know if you've ever heard of this girl named Jenny 6ix9ine.
Jenny 6ix9ine. She related to Tekashi?
No, kind of, but no.
No, I'd never heard of her.
Well, what happened was she actually released a song all in Spanish. Okay.
Yeah.
And she's from out here.
Okay.
That song went #1 on YouTube.
Whoa.
#1. It's almost like hitting the lottery.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I'll be honest with you, a lot of people were saying that like that song was like a gimmick, but she actually was taking that song serious.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I always wanted to interview her because I wasn't sure, like, is she serious or did she
just
mean
playing around?
Yeah, she playing around, but apparently she was taking that serious. So the majority of the people that commented, and I was reading all the comments on, because there were thousands and thousands of comments on.
Yeah.
They were all saying, this is a gimmick, but she's winning. She can't sing, but she's winning. So my thing is, I think today is whatever pushes numbers. Whether people think that they have skills or not, it's whatever's pushing numbers, whatever's, it's moving, I guess.
Yeah, but people, you got to do a publicity stunt every once in a while and kind of like just shake shit, just shake it up a little bit.
Right.
Things sometimes you're like, man, you know what? Let me shake this up real fast.
Yeah.
And people are always thinking, let me go viral real fast. I'm about to do some crazy nonsense.
And I think that's what it is. 'Cause I think there's a lot of artists today that are known more for their, if you will, bullshit.
Yeah, gimmicks.
Than their actual music.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, wow, is that what it is today?
I mean, you know what some of these guys do? If they do it once and they're like, man, it's big response. Let me keep on bullshitting.
Right.
Because all my other stuff, when I'm not bullshitting, my numbers ain't hitting like that.
Right.
So remember, a lot of times people it's a number game.
Yes, it is.
You catch yourself looking at your numbers. Every day people are looking going, damn, I got to get my numbers up.
Yeah.
Damn, it's that number. And then you do some, put gimmick or something. You're like, damn, I've been waiting for these numbers for hella long.
Very
and
true.
now it's hitting like that.
Yeah.
But like you could keep doing it, but sometimes people might get bored of it. Like, I'm not giving this guy no more numbers.
No more numbers.
Trash.
Yeah.
It was funny that first time and the second time, but but some guys make a living out of just doing stuff to,
Right.
And then once you get those followers and you're up, people are just waiting for you to do some more bullshit. They're
Very
waiting
true.
for your gimmick. Like, I can't wait for this guy. The last one was cool. I can't wait for him to do it. And they're checking on you every day to when is he coming? When's he going to do that again? When's he going to do that again?
Right.
So it's like,
A lot of it, after a while, man, like gets disgusting, bro. And I'll give you an example.
It does.
Those two guys, the Island Boys.
I'm an island boy. It's funny because I was in Hawaii, and I caught my house going to the beach. I was like, I'm an island. I said, what? I said, man, turn that off, bro. I said, turn that. Now they're kissing each other. And
Yes.
I said, are you kid? That's my brother. I mean, my brother looks good, but it's not like, oh my God. Now they're taking it too far.
Way too far, bro.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is like.
They're too busy kissing each other. But like, let's be honest. What's going to be the next gimmick after that? It's got to be bigger than that.
The next thing is they're gonna be on there butt naked or something.
Exactly, bro. Spooning each other.
Yeah, spooning or butt naked or what was that one video on YouTube? What was it? The woman that was like shitting in a cup or some shit.
Oh no, that was for reals?
Yeah, or some shit like that. Yeah. So who knows? They might try to do some more sucieria like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows?
You know what? So if I'm correct, because I went on your page today and you had a Puerto Rican flag. Are you Puerto Rican?
Yeah, I'm Boricua.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you born in Puerto Rico?
No, I'm actually I was born in San Francisco Bay Area, but my family was born in. My mom was born in New York. My mom's from Manhattan.
Okay.
And my my grandfather, grandmother, they're from Ponce in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And they basically, my mom came over here when she was a teenager, and that's she met my dad out here.
Okay.
So,
and you have a big family, a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters?
I got one brother and one sister. You know, and then, but my family, I do have a big family. I got family in like Florida and in, Puerto Rico still. I got family like in Puerto Rico that I've never seen in my life, but I know they're there, you know, so it's like, it's to the point where I might have to reach out and be like, hey, I'm your long lost cousin or whatever. And then I got family in New York still. We used to go every few years to New York and stay in the Bronx at my aunt's house and kind of like, you know, be out there. And then I got a bunch of family, you know, out in the Bay Area. And then I got like my cousin, he's actually from Los Angeles. Yeah. So, you know, he's never been into no gangs or nothing like that. He actually went to the Navy and he kind of, you know, stayed away from all that. And, you know, he comes down, he comes down and like when the Dodgers play the Giants, he'll come down, he'll be the only guy with the Dodgers and we're all with Giants gear on. Like he's like, well, I made it out. I made it out to you guys' your stadium. And I'm like, it's all good. And then I'll be trying to like tell people while we're at the game, I'm like, hey, look, mess with that Dodger fan right there. He's like, come on, bro, stop it. Right. Yeah. But yeah, you know.
You know what? Growing up in a Puerto Rican home, what type of music did your mother and your father play?
Basically salsa.
Yeah?
It was salsa all the time. Salsa, you know, and then...
Can you give us a couple of artists that you can recall?
Like,
you know what? Can you give them a napkin, please?
Yeah. Hector Lavoe, you know, they listen to that. Tito Puente, Gran Combo, you know, people like that.
That'll work. Are you into sports at all as far as boxing is concerned?
Somewhat. I used to watch boxing more when it was like Mayweather was still around, and then back before then, you know, when it was like Tyson was doing his thing. Nowadays, like UFC, like it like makes that boxing kind of not. It's not the. See, I was just actually talking to my boy Emilio about this. Like I remember boxing growing up, like it was like the whole family came over and it was like the kids got sent to the upstairs. You guys go upstairs. Yeah. And I remember being little, like kind of like peeking in and they're getting fucking twisted. And you know, my uncle's in there just like, you know, all those hand movements. And it's like, it was always big fights, fights. And now it's kind of just like,
no more big fights. Let's be honest.
The Nate Diaz fight yesterday, that was cool. You know, he's from Stockton up Northern California, so we root.
Who did he fight?
He fought who was the guy he fought? We didn't get to watch it.
Is it that YouTube guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Logan Paul. God. We didn't get to watch it because we were, you know, at the show or whatnot. Right. I still haven't watched it.
Okay. Do you know who won?
I think Nate Diaz. I was trying not to look because I was like, they're gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna be able to see it, but I'm probably gonna end up.
The greatest Puerto Rican boxer in your opinion?
I like Trinidad when he was coming up.
Yeah.
I like Felix, and then...
Did you like him over Camacho, Hector Macho Camacho?
I liked his swag. His swag was...
That's what sold it.
Yeah. That's why we was talking about the entertainment. His entertainment was... He was just like... Where Felix was more like just a, you know, a guy that used to just go in there and not talk too much. And, you know, that De La Hoya fight was classic. You know, that De La Hoya one? I know a lot of people go, man, he got him. He got Trinidad, but, you know, I'm Puerto Rican. I got to ride with Trinidad.
Hey, go ahead and ride with it, bro.
You
know what? Everybody says that I'm a De La Hoya hater. I just keep it real. I'm going to be real with you. I've never liked De La Hoya.
I never have either.
Okay. Now, I will say this. I think he's a good boxer. There was something about him that I just didn't like. Okay. So,
yeah.
So the only fight that I decided to say, okay, fuck it, I'm going to pick somebody. I'm going to go for De La Hoya against Trinidad.
And that's the one you went, right?
Yeah, and that's when he lost. And I'm like, that sorry bastard.
Finally, that's what happens sometimes. When you don't like something, you go, oh, you know what, I'm going to finally root for him. And then they go, man, that's why I don't mess with this guy. What am I doing? Every time I put my money on this guy.
Exactly, bro.
I started, all right, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And then you end up going down.
Yeah. But you know what, man? I think, okay, you know, Trinidad won that fight. But I think I just expected more from both of them, to be honest with you. Because I've been to Trinidad fights, and I've met Trinidad, and I've seen him kill motherfuckers.
Yeah, remember, he was.
And I was waiting for something like that, but it didn't come. So.
Yeah. What you think about the De La Hoya Mayweather when he fought Mayweather?
Okay, because I'm a big-time boxing fan, but it's more of 80s and 90s. Okay,
I see.
Today, you'll get lucky if we get one good fight fucking every 5 years.
That's true.
Like the hype of the century was the Pacquiao and Mayweather.
Right.
Bro, those are two dancing bears that the only people that got robbed were us. There wasn't no damn fight.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
And then after that, he gets what was the guy? He put him to sleep. Remember, he said he ran into the punch. Pacquiao ran into the punch.
Juan Manuel Marquez.
Yeah, Juan Manuel. I liked those fights better.
Yes.
Those were good ones.
I mean, that Mayweather and Pacquiao, I saw better fights at Dodger Stadium, bro.
Yeah, see what I mean? And then people were waiting for those ones, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now, back to your question. I was watched that Mayweather and De La Hoya fight, and I really thought De La Hoya was going to win because I know he had a good jab. When you go back and look at that fight, and it's on YouTube, for the first maybe 5-6 rounds, I thought De La Hoya was dictating the fight very well with his jab. And then after that, he no longer jabbed, and he lost by a decision.
Yeah.
So I remember Larry Merchant asked him, what happened? You had the jab going. Now, keep in mind, this is why I knew that his ass sold out, because his whole career was based on a jab. He had a great jab. Okay. What a lot of people don't know that De La Hoya is originally a left-handed fighter, but he chose to fight conventional stance, a righty. So his jab was so good because that was his power hand. Well, here's was his answer when he said, you know, what happened to your jab? You were controlling him the whole fight. Well, tonight wasn't the night of the jab. That was his answer, bro. When he made it, his whole career was based on that.
All of a sudden, it was.
All of a sudden, so I was like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah, that's how based on your whole thing. You just that night you don't.
See, and that's the difference between me and a lot of other people that interview, whether they be artists, athletes, authors, or whatever. Look, I don't try to disrespect anybody, but I really, I'm going to ask you questions, you know, and not in a disrespectful manner. But I'll tell De La Hoya, look, that one punch when you gave Pius supposedly to the body, that was no punch, bro.
Yeah, that was.
You know damn well he sold himself. You know. Well, no, I tried to hit him. No, you did it. You want to watch it? You know, that's me.
Yeah, the proof's in the pudding.
Right, the proof's in the pudding. So, even Mike Tyson, he fought a guy named Bruce Seldon. Seldon. This guy was huge. Tyson throws a punch, this guy falls down. Okay, he gets back up, he's wobbly. First round, the fight's over. I remember because I paid $55 for that damn pay-per-view, and it pissed me off. That guy goes, we press rewind, and he didn't hit you. He looked like he skinned you. And he goes, he skinned me. He must have hit a nerve up there somewhere. That was his answer. He must have hit a nerve. When he skinned my head.
That's people say anything. Remember, excuses are. That's why I don't like even with all this music. It's like I don't care about no excuses because a lot of people go, "Well, I was fighting with my woman last night. I couldn't go," or you know all that. My dog ate my homework stuff and all that. I don't care about it. You think the next man cares about? Everyone. I was fighting with my woman last night. What am I worrying about? Like you think that? Like, come on, bro. Like I've done heard everything under the sun. No, you know. So it's like just you got to be a man and just man up to what if you did something wrong. Man up. I don't want to hear no excuses.
I had a guy that I had booked a month ahead of time. Usually when I do my bookings, it's usually a month ahead of time. Okay. So I hit this guy up the day of. I had already posted the flyer and everything. And I say, hey, man, you coming through? I don't know, bro. I can't find a dog sitter.
See.
That's what he told me. And I was like, you can't find a dog sitter. Now, I'm going to give Emilio some credit because he has a dog outside.
Straight
up. He brought him with him.
Straight up.
But this guy was like, it's a really expensive dog, and I can't afford to get, you know what, man, fuck you. So that was
I ain't got the time.
I ain't got the time. But this is a guy that was literally begging me for a damn interview, and now all of a sudden he wasn't even going to call me.
That's what happens with me sometimes because I told you I throw shows and stuff too, right? And they would be, you never put me on nothing. You never put me on. And then I finally put him on something, and then the day of the night the show comes, oh man, or they don't show up, and I go, see, that's why I don't deal with people like you. You know, I start, oh, my stomach is hurting. Like, I don't got the time for it. You better go take some, you know, whatever, some medicine. Because I show up, even like sometimes, and I don't feel good. Like, my back was hurting a little bit when I came back from Hawaii. I started lifting a little bit too much. I was trying to show off a little bit, and kind of I was like, damn, what the hell am I showing off like that for? So anyway, my back was hurting a little bit, and I was starting to, damn, I ain't going to this. My back hurts. And I said, you know what? Let me ice my back all damn day. You know, put some solompas on my back, do what I got to do, and get the hell out of here. And my back was still hurt. I still went. But just little stuff like that. Somebody will opt out. They'll be like, nah, my back hurts. I ain't fucking around, you know, or whatever. So,
you know, I want to take you back a little bit to when you were a teenager, and I want you to walk us through How did this thing that we love so much, this culture of hip hop, and one of the elements being rap, how did you get introduced to rap? Do you still remember who introduced you, or what was some of the first rap music you ever heard? And how old were you?
Basically, you know, I was about like 14, something like that. And, you know, this was back in the days, you know. I always liked it like Los Angeles rap. And so I used to listen to Eazy-E and things like that.
Right.
You know, there wasn't too many artists from the Bay Area back then. You know, there might have E40's been around, all you know.
Yeah.
And there was like maybe the Too Shorts and but you know, LA had a lot of good artists I used to listen to daily.
Right.
You know, so and then when Bone Thugs, you know, I used to listen to them, and I used to record them. You know, when they came on TV, I used to just record them because you couldn't just, there was no YouTube or nothing.
Right.
So you had to record on that VHS tape. You had to pop it in there and record. So, you know, and then what I used to write like other artists like Tupac, like whatever song was popping that he had, I would write his verse down on a piece of paper and just like start rapping his verse in the mirror, just like kind of looking in the mirror, you know, and doing it like that. And that's how I started learning how to write raps, because I was writing other guys' rap just to write them and kind of memorize them. And then after that, you know, I used to be in the hood and we used to just start freestyling on the corner. Okay. And people used to be like, "Oh, you're dope. You should start rapping."
And did all this just start was just doing that out of fun? Out
of fun, yeah. It was just fun. Right. It was fun. I didn't even care about making money back then. It was just
I don't think none of us did. We just loved it so much.
Yeah, we just loved it. And I was just like, man, I don't care. I just wanted it was cool when people were like, damn, you're dope. Like you should lay a track down and then I started recording like just with a regular cassette tape, just press and record on your radio. Yeah. And then I was recording them like that. And I used to bring them to the hood and kind of just like let it play for everybody, and they were like, and he was I'm telling you, the quality was horrible. Of course, you know, but people were still like, "Oh, that's dope." So you know, and then after a while, I just started. I went to the studio for the first time to Jimmy Weaver's studio. He used to run AWOL Records, like Sibo and Killer Tay back then, and you know, Marvelous and that's what I said. And his beats were like 600 a beat. And I was young. I didn't have no money like that. Right. So we used to have to all pitch in. Or you used to go with a few homies, and we had to everybody put in $50, and walk out, but still owing this man. And him calling, going, "I need my money, or I'm not giving you guys this track. Will stay in the studio until you guys pay for it." You know, and we used to be like, "Damn, we got to get that track." And the time was passing by, like, damn, it's already been a month or two. Damn, we still ain't put that out. That's getting old now. Right. You know, and the guy's going, and he did not budge. He was like, it can't be a penny short. Right. You know, so. Wow.
You know, now let me ask you this, because you said it all started just by fun. Yeah. Now, you said you had that little recorder and you would record yourself and you would play it back. Did you like hearing your voice?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I did like it.
Okay.
But now when I you know, if I was to listen to it, I'd be like, that's trash. Well, like, you know, of course, yeah.
We're youngsters, you know.
Yeah. So I was like, man, but I thought it was hot though. I used to be like, man, that's hot. And then other people used to be like, man, that's dope. And then I had a song, the first one that when I brought out was called Northern Rambo. You know, because I used to like Rambo and Stallone, those First Blood movies. So the song was Northern Rambo, and I brought it, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's dope, that's dope, that's dope." And then I was gonna try to do it like later on, like at a good studio or something, but I ended up losing the tape and didn't remember that rap. I scratched that.
Okay.
You know? So
now let me ask you this: when you first started recording, like at a studio, were they still at that time still using 2-inch reels, or was Pro Tools already out?
No, it was like the ending of ADATS. Like the ending of it, the ending of it, and then that's when the Pro Tools first came out, that Fruity Loops and all that other stuff like that first came out. But it was like, you know, not a lot of people had that, you know what I mean? So it was like one of the homies in the hood would have it, no one else would have it, and he knew how to work it, and that was the spot to go to. So we used to just slide over there, and everybody would just record at that dude's spot.
Right.
He was the only one that knew how to run the Pro Tools, hook it up, set it up, the whole thing. I remember there was a big book on it, like, you know, and a lot of homies, they don't even want to read a book or open a book.
Yes.
So they're like, man, I'm not reading through all this. You know, so and the guy who was just there, just raking it in. All right, this is and studio time for some bullshit little house studio or some little, you know, sock on the mic.
Right.
And it was just like, you know, that's all we had though. So
now let me ask you this: at what age would you say you put out your first, if you're a good quality album or EP or single, where you started slanging it? Like around, how old were you when you did that?
I was about like, maybe like 23.
Okay, now, you're out there slanging. Was this an album or an EP at the time?
It was actually an album. I started off with a group called the Good Felons.
Okay.
So all three of us, you know, came up with the name. We didn't know what to call ourselves. We were like, man, what do we call ourselves? We used to like the Goodfellas movie.
Right.
So we were like, let's just be, because we're good dudes. But we're so caught up in the streets, we're felons at the end of the day. So that's why we're like, all right, we're some good felons. So that album, because like we had, actually Ghazi was made like a bunch of big Ghazi from Empire. He was the first studio we were going into, like besides the Jimmy Weaver days and all the days that I never even put none of that music out. I was just going to the studio. I didn't know how to put it out. Yeah. There wasn't distributions like that. You know, how Goto's run, they got the GT. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't nobody to help you do this. It was like, you got to just find out a way to do it yourself. So we had one of the homeboys, my boy Sapo at the time. He started Home Team Records. Home Team Entertainment. And he was balling back then. He was having, you know, he was a guy, he didn't rap or nothing. He was just like putting out the homies and stuff. So he was like, look, I'll press up all you guys' CDs. I'll pay for all your beats. Like, you know, I'll pay for everything. At the time, we were like, cool. You know, at the end, we were like, hey, bro, we ain't seeing no money. Or I got to make my money back off these CDs, bro. Right. Like, well, you know, so it got into times where I was like, man, I'm going to go over to the house and we're going to fight them, bro. I need some money from some of this. And then we were giving it to Urban Life. Was it Urban Life? Not Urban Life. It was forget the distribution company, but they went bankrupt. They ended up owing all kind of artists money, and they still owe me money to this day that I never got. Wow. You know, so so yeah, he was. I started off with them, and the CD we were going everywhere. We were like just pulling up. We would give some away for free just here, you know, just for people to listen to.
And now, as far as that CD is concerned, how was the feedback that you were getting back from it?
It was good. People liked it because it was like, in my neighborhood, like we had like, you know, Total Devastation and like, you know, a few other artists, but it wasn't, no one was really like gangsta rapping. Like it was more like different type of, you know, so we just started like being on some, you know, some ruthless type of stuff, and people were at that time. The streets were different from how it is now. So people were like, "Ugh," they didn't give a damn about the swag and nothing. They just wanted to hear that gun bars. Yeah. Where we were just like, well, you know, all that, you know, just violence on every song was just violent, and I used to like yell more on my songs. And at that time, people loved it. They were like, "Oh, I love that rough and rugged." It used to get people pumped and like, you know. So, but it did pretty good. It did good numbers. You know.
Is that still available if somebody wanted to peep it out?
Yeah, definitely. It's actually out. It's on. You could download it now. You know, or you could listen to it on YouTube. Either way.
Okay. Yeah. Did you guys perform a lot of shows with that album?
Not a lot of shows because I didn't even know where to find the shows at the time, and then like. We had opened up for the Wu-Tang Clan. Okay. In San Francisco the place was called Barnaville. It's not there no more, but we had opened up there and we just brought like hella people from the hood. And it wasn't that venue wasn't that far from the neighborhood. It was like it was like maybe a 10-minute drive. So everyone was able to come to that. So everyone was coming, like, you know, and all the little, after that show, all the little the women in the hood and the girls were like, I was the man after that.
Hell yeah.
You know, all the girls are like, I can't wait for your next show. Like, I'm Jay, you never even talked to me before until you see me on stage.
They see you on stage.
They were like, people that were that, you know, that were, I turned around and I had like 20 people behind me from the neighborhood, like, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, oh shit. Like, and everyone was rocking. So we had that one. Then we had like a few other ones here and there. But it wasn't like now where like the last 2 years, I've been like booked for like every single weekend, Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays, even to where, you know, my wife is at home like, what weekend are we gonna do something? Like, so that's why I've been trying to balance it out. Like when I go out of state or do shows here and there, I'll bring my family. I'll do like 4 days of music, and then the other 3 days I'll take them to, you know, whatever amusement parks in that state or hiking or whatever. So I kind of got to just balance it out to keep everybody happy.
Now, the Good Felons, did you have the same rap name that you have now? Or did you have
but I was calling myself Mr. Swindler.
Okay, Swindler.
So I used to be like, Mr. Swindler, Mr. Swindler. So then I dropped the Mr. I took that off of there.
Okay.
And then for a minute I was calling myself Swim Pesci, like for Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
So I was like Swim Pesci, and like I was doing that thing, and then I was just like, I'm gonna just stick to Swindler. It's, you know, people know me more as that. But nowadays, people drop the LA office, so a lot of people when wherever they see me, they're like, "What's up, Swin?" They don't even say the LA part no more. So a lot of people been telling me you should just be Swin. Everyone just calls you that, and I'm like, nah, but it's Swindler. All right, I'm gonna keep it like that. But if you talk to anybody who knows it, they'll be like, oh, Swin. They don't even say Swindler. They say Swin.
Okay. Now, how did you come up with Swindler?
Just because in the hood, I was just doing, you know, swindler tactics.
Yes.
I was, you know, swindling, you know, different any type of way to get a bag. I was just, you know, and people used to be like, damn, that boy swindled me out of bag again, you know. And I had hella girlfriends back then, so I was just trying to swindle them out their
you
pockets.
said I had hella girlfriends back then.
Yeah, and I was just swindling them out of, you know, if they whatever, lend me some money or something, I never pay back. Just little things like that. And then if they were like, oh, you never pay me back, I was like, lose my number.
Lose my number, just like
just
that.
Lose my number. I'll just find the next, you know. And it just stuck with me, and people were kind of just like, damn, you're just like, I'm not like that nowadays. It's just that was my name. Yeah, that was my name.
You were young gun.
Yeah,
back then.
Yeah.
All good. So now, how many projects, for the people that may not know, did the Good Felons drop?
We dropped 3 projects. It was Good Felons. And then we dropped a Good Felon Gambler album, which was some artists from Fillmore, where JT the Bigger Figure. Those were he kind of put it together with the homie Sapo, and at that time GLP and all, you know, all that whole movement was going on with him and San Quinn, and then the Gamblers were kind of like, they were a group. They were like the only group from Fillmore, you know, some black homies, and my boy Telly Mack and Devo, and we were a group. So they were like, oh, you guys are a group from the Mission, we're a group from the Fillmore, and you guys are like the only groups like that are, you know, that are around the same age, and you guys are both on them gun bars. So he was like, that'd be a dope collabo. So they, you know, did whatever money transaction to make it happen. They actually gave us all $3,000 each, and that was the second album. And then after that, we did a compilation.
Okay.
So we just got a bunch. That's when compilations were popping. Everyone was doing compilations, and and we dropped that one.
Let me ask this question, because I know they're from up north. When you were coming up, was that group Dark Room Familia known in your area?
Yeah, they were known all over Northern California.
Okay.
Everyone knew them. You know, their stuff actually was selling like crazy. Like a lot of people would I would just jump in random cars and their song would be playing, you know. And then the gangbang chicks, I used to let me bump my shit. They're like, nah, we're bumping this Dark Room Family. It's like, damn, can I get some play in the car? What's up?
Right.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, your stuff is a little too gangster. We can't dance to you guys' stuff because it's gun bars. The women, you know, they're like, it's a little too gang. They're cool at first, and then they're like, damn. Like, play some party music. We want to shake our ass or some shit. Or,
Right.
And then the real gangster cholas, they just want to hear, like, gang stuff. Or, like, something that's similar to that. So they're like, you know. But, yeah, they were pushing around.
Okay, no, the reason why I'm asking is because when I started doing the podcasting thing, there was somebody that recommended Sir Dino, and I got him out here. And a lot of people may know, may not know, but now he's been a pastor for, I think, probably 12, 13 years now.
For a while now.
Yeah. I've had him here on several occasions, and once again, when I took my break, I didn't listen to music at all, so I never even knew that they had even existed. So coming into the game, kind of like being out of the loop, was really a blessing to me because I got to meet people and talk to them like, if you will, like if they were not a celebrity, if you will. Yeah. Almost because I didn't know who they were. Yeah. You know, but I know how to talk music, and I know music. Yeah. But talking about music, let me ask you this: are you a fan of East Coast hip hop?
Yeah, actually, a lot of my music is like people are like, damn, you rap like an East Coast artist, because I use a lot of metaphors and bars, and you know, I use a lot of stuff, you know. Right. I make sure I'm not saying the same thing in every song. And then I want to say words and stuff that no one else is using. Of
course.
So I try to always, like, you know, and my rap style is just kind of is different, you know.
Right.
It's not like everybody else's from the Bay Area. My style, you'll hear some of my stuff and go, okay, he's like he's Bay Area, but he's like a mixture of Bay Area and East Coast if you put it together, you know.
I'm going to put you to a challenge right now. Give me your top 5 East Coast artists or groups. Top 5.
I say the Locks with JEDI Kiss. Let's see. I like groups and artists as well.
Yeah, it could be either or.
Nas. I was just listening to Nas last night. I still like Nas. Jay-Z. I like Jay-Z stuff. 50 Cent, just because I like that, you know, that he was making gangster songs for women to shake it, like I said. And let's see, probably like Styles P.
Okay.
A lot of people are like, they'd be like, man, you kind of remind me of Styles P. A lot of people be telling me, you know, so.
Okay.
So them.
Okay, top 5 West Coast.
West Coast, top 5. It's tough. I say E40. You know, I'm from the Bay. I got to ride with 40.
Okay.
Let's see. I like Keek the Sneak.
Okay.
Let's see. I like Ice Cube. I've always liked Ice Cube.
Okay.
You know, Ice Cube. Probably Tupac, but that's like West East kind. West East. So he might not be on the list just because he's like from both sides almost.
Right, but he always claims West Coast.
Yeah, so. West Coast. I'll say Tupac then.
Okay.
I'll say Tupac, and then I like Snoop.
Okay.
I you know, Snoop is a legend. He's still around doing
right.
and his style is just like, you know, it's just, you know, everyone, like, if you don't like Snoop, it's like you're really a hater in our music, you know. Like, how can you not like the dude? Yeah. You know?
Okay, let me ask you this question, because, like, when we talk basketball, the top 2 names that always come up for a lot of people when you bring up basketball, they'll say Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Okay. Yeah. A lot of people say
not me.
names.
I don't say that.
Okay, go for it.
From the Bay, remember Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
Best shooter of all time. I'm
best,
from the Bay.
Best shooter of all time.
I'm from the Bay. I say Steph Curry and Michael Jordan. That's just me.
Okay.
You know.
Give me a top 2, I guess, boxers, if you have any.
I like Floyd just because I like the people. A lot of people, you know, they're like but his defense.
Yeah.
His defense. I like that. You know, I'm a defense guy. If you can defend yourself, that's the first thing I think people should learn, how to defend yourself.
Right.
Fight is cool. I mean, do it, but you have to defend yourself. You know, what if you get jumped or something, or something happens, or you got to do something? You got to like defend yourself. You got to try. You know, get out of jams and whatnot. So him, and then I would say Muhammad Ali, probably.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali's one of
Yeah.
them. People usually say Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
When I ask people about
Tyson, he lost fights. That's why I don't say. Even though Mayweather was he's 50-0,
Right.
like unblemished,
Right.
That's zero. Well, however which way he got it, and the guy isn't really book smart like that, and he's
Right.
got millions. So people, they think you got to be super book smart. I know some smart people, smart as hell, but broke. Smart broke people. Like, dude, you're always telling me all this smart stuff, but you're always asking me for fucking money. What the fuck?
No,
you're smarter than me.
You're smarter than me.
You know, so it's like you have to be an all-around person. You got to be, try to be a little smart, a little street smart, a little, because they go, the smart person, square dude goes to the neighborhood. Hey, man, I think it's cool. Hey, bro, you get out of here. What are you doing?
Right.
You're going to get killed out here. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I say baseball, who comes to mind?
Baseball, Willie Mays, because from San Francisco.
Okay.
Willie Mays, the catch, and all that. And let's see. I want to say Barry Bonds, but all the steroid stuff and all that, that's like, and I want to say it, but, and I guess I'll still ride with like people like Babe Ruth, even though it was a long time ago and
Right.
it was a different, different times.
Right.
But like that man was drinking beers, like
Yeah.
he was pitching. That's why I like the dude from the Angels, what's his name? Showtime, Asian dude.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But like, cause that dude is pitching and smacking home runs out of the park.
Right.
Like, and it's like, dude, how is this guy pitching hella good and he's smacking things out of the park? So he's riding up for me.
Right.
Showtime. I'm starting to like
Okay.
look at him as a whole different player.
Okay.
Like,
The reason why I'm
on the
asking
top.
is that because certain people come to mind when you mention a certain sport. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, when we talk about rap,
Uh-huh.
is there a such thing as one that can be considered the greatest of all time?
Yeah, I'd say Tupac then, just because he was like in a short span. He didn't live a long life, and
Right.
what he was doing was like he started like the East Coast, and then the West Coast. He's like made both of the East and West pop, even though it was through all the. With East and West Coast beef and all that,
Yeah.
but people were tapping in and watching.
Right.
And it was like, and then it started being like, people were just watching it, and it was, and then the things you would like, you still listen to some stuff, and it doesn't sound like super old like that.
Right.
Like you can always still listen to it, So I say him, and then like he's the top, and then I guess the people that started like them Grandmaster Flashes and people like that back in the day, Run DMC. Like, it was the 50th hip hop thing this year. So
Yeah.
I feel like guys like that, like in those times too, so, be like a brother or whatever. And it was super more racist back then.
Yeah.
And they were in there like, and then NWA came out after that. And then it was kind of
Right.
like, but those guys are the guys that paved the way. Sugar Hill Gang, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you can't forget about them. But Tupac, just because it was he got more exposure, as like we said, with the internet, and things were kind of changing.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and he utilized it very well.
Yes. Yes. Who is the greatest, if any, from the Bay Area?
The greatest any like I said, I would have to say like E40, maybe Too Short, E40.
Okay.
Because E40 back in the day, I was just talking about him. Like I remember when he used to just wear the flannels and kind of just was like on that gangster look. Like now you won't even catch him in a flannel, have a little beanie rolled up and, some few chains on, and he's he's looking fly every time. But his stuff was like always good, and he was ahead of his time too,
Yeah.
and his words and his wordplay is tremendous. Like his stuff is just like everybody, like it's dope.
Yeah.
You
know what? I'm glad you brought up E40, and I haven't shared this story in a while, but I'm going to share it. I was like a big time E40 hater, bro. Like a big time. I just thought this guy is terrible.
Yeah.
Who listens to this shit?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has their opinion.
Now, I would listen to his music. I didn't like it. I would look at his videos. I didn't like it. I would hear him do interviews. I didn't like it. Here's what won me over. And this is where I learned and I was taught something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, it was 2006, and I was DJing for DJ Quick at the time. We get off stage, E40's going on. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to go listen to his whack ass. That's what I said.
Yeah.
But you know what I said? I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to go watch him. Because I tried watching his videos, I didn't like it. I tried listening to his music, I didn't like it. I tried watching his interviews, I didn't like it. He went up there, and he totally changed my mind on what I thought about him.
Yeah.
To the point where he went off stage, I went and told him that story, and I apologized to him.
Yeah, that's dope.
Okay,
That's dope.
I'm gonna be honest with you because I saw the energy that he gave the crowd, and the crowd gave it back to him. It was electric, bro. Like I was like, what the fuck? So this was what this taught me: that for an artist, I'm not an artist. Okay, I'm not a rapper, but I'm a producer, I'm a DJ, and now a podcaster, and I'm a director as well. I thought to myself, an artist can win you over with his music, and if he can't, he can win you over with a video, and if he can't, he could possibly win you over with an interview.
Yeah.
And if he can't, possibly his shows or his stage presence.
Yeah.
So today, artists have so much on how they can win over a fan.
Yeah.
The opportunities are here. I think today the opportunities are great. The bad thing is that not too many people make use of these opportunities. One thing that people are great at promoting themselves on social media. Some people can give great interviews. Some people can direct their own videos, and it sounds dope. But when it comes to performing, a lot of them don't have that good stage presence.
Stiff and kind of not
Yes.
really doing too much. That's why, like, when I get on stage, a lot of people, I win over fans by my stage presence. Is crazy you said that because, like, the whole night, people being all of a sudden, I just start going ham up there. A lot of movement, kind of just like, and then just like letting it loose. Like I feel like when I go on stage and I'm rapping and I do what I do, it's like I take whatever negativity, like whatever happened that week or whatever bull crap's been happening in my life. When I go on stage, that's where I let my frustration out. I'm not gonna sit. What do these guys say? I'm gonna pick up a gun and go do a mass shooting and like. That's out.
Yeah.
Like they take their frustrations out on different. I just grab a mic and go crazy. Like,
yeah.
I have people even stand back or people that are there just like, they just move out of the way. Let me just move out of the way. So, and then after that, they're like they might have even been following me, but now they're like truly following me. They were just trolling me before. But now what I did, now all of a sudden they're liking my stuff. They're viewing it. They're like more in tune to me just because they seen the performance. So I think I went over a lot of people that mess with me is being on stage and actually them hearing it and me doing what I do. You know, Mr. Fab told me the other day at the Mac Dre day when I performed. He was like, bro, I seen you up there. I was dope. Like, you know what I mean? So when people like that tell you, you know, and then, you know, people are just like, man,
Yeah,
you know, so
it means something. You know, when somebody, when you win over someone, if you will, you know, they're like, wow, that shit was fucking dope. You know, because there's a lot of
and truly mean it. You don't see like, you know, some people that was cool, like you know, like but when they're like, dude, that shit was like, you know, you could just feel it. You know,
yes. Do you remember the first time you took the stage? The very first time.
I'm trying to think back.
Whether it was a small crowd, whether it was a big crowd, it doesn't matter. You know, they give you the mic, let's go. And you went out there.
I think it was like at a carnival back in the days. We have the carnival on the Mission every year. It's like one of the biggest events in our neighborhood. Like like people come from all over the place just to go to that. And we had performed, and it's always been natural. I was just like waiting to perform, so I was just going.
Okay.
You feel, I went so crazy that the mic went out, and I was like, "Oh, you guys playing me out like that?" They were like, "Nah, you're screaming too loud. You're like, you know, and like you're moving too fast. The chords are like, you know." And I'm like, "Oh, all right." They're just like, and then I was like, "Man, I'm not toning down." So I always was like crazy on the stage. I was never stage fright or nothing like that.
Now, growing up in that area, did you go to a lot of shows? A lot of events like that where you got to see actually rappers perform. I know you mentioned you opened up for Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess my question that I'm trying to get out is, who are some of the greatest performances you've ever seen? pertaining.
The
we're talking about
Jacka used to
hip-hop.
do good performers. The Jacka, R.I.P. Jacka, my
Okay.
figures. He always had it crunked up there, and like I said, Keek the Sneak, he gets it rocking, you know. And I just see the energy that they rock with, and how the crowd interacts to their music, and kind of how they just feed the crowd. They give them what they want.
Yeah.
And then I've seen guys that like we were talking about, the stage presence threw me off. Because I was like, damn, his music's dope. But then when I see him on stage and they're trash and they're just kind of like, and then not knowing the lyrics and just kind of just like, I'm like, dude, I know your lyrics more than you.
Yeah,
Let me
exactly.
do it. You know what I mean? And they're kind of like timid a little bit and kind of like, you know, I know this one guy, I'm not going to say his name or nothing, but he used to throw up every time.
Throw up? Oh, you mean because he was nervous? Or
Every single time. And people didn't see him all the time. I used to just like, I caught him in the bathroom one time. Just, yeah. I was like, you all right, brother? Like, and he's like, I'm good. Then there was the other time he was throwing up behind us. Everything was throw up. To the point where his woman and a couple people, they used to come in with a big old bag all the time. And then right when he was about to perform, they were like, here he goes again. And he used to be kind of like, and I was like, damn, I'm not listening to him no more, bro. Like, why is he was like dope to me, but he was just kind of like scared.
have you ever seen those performers? I don't know if you've ever gotten like this, where they were crossfaded. They were so fucking high or drunk.
I hate that too.
I know, bro.
My friend, that's why I told him he can't perform with me. But my boy, he like fell off the stage. Right?
Holy shit.
But in the back, he falls off, and then all of a sudden you see him pop back up like a minute later. And he's like, his hair is like, fucked up. And he's kind of like, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, DJ, go to the next song. He's like, well, I'm like, just get out of here.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't, like a lot of people when I go to shows, they're like, oh, you drinking? I go, no, I'm not drinking nothing. Let me perform, do what I do. Maybe I'll have a few drinks. And plus, I don't get hammered like that in public.
Okay.
At the house, I get hammered.
Right, of course.
That's why my wife, she's like, what the hell? People don't see you like this. I'm like, do you think I'm going to go out there and make a fool of myself?
Exactly.
She's like, yeah, but you're always over here. Hell, I say, yeah, because I'm safe. I can go to sleep after
Right.
this. So it's all about, you gotta conduct yourself when you're in the public's eye. You kind of got to tone it down and watch what you're doing, your surrounding, because there's always eyes watching.
Oh, dude.
Always. You think there's not, but those eyes are watching your every movement.
You know, I'm from the era, bro, where cell phones weren't recording anything yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I would have been in trouble if it
Yes.
was back in the days. I would probably been in prison.
Yeah, I seen some rappers go up on stage like tore up, and they were the headliners.
Yeah.
They were from out here, and I'm just like, okay, cool. I want to see them perform.
Yeah.
These guys were up there. Those two guys, they were up there drunk as hell, and then they start talking shit to everybody.
Oh, that's
You know what's like saying stuff like, "What's up, man? Where are you from over there? Throw it up, throw it."
Starting all that.
Yeah, dude, and I'm like, what the hell? And at the very end of the
Yeah.
show, yo, we're at the Marriott, blah, 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 and anybody wants to come through and get piped down, bring your girl.
Yeah,
And, but,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
After a while, you're like, you guys just made a fool of yourselves.
Yeah. Who is this guy?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
who is he?
I think I only drank one time up on stage. We were in Oxnard, and I was always nice on the turntables.
Yeah,
always.
yeah.
But that one day, somebody gave me a big ass cup, half of Patron.
Ooh.
And they were like, "Come on, man, just swig. We're all taking it." And they had that big $100 bottle.
Yeah.
And they were getting everybody pours, not shots.
Yeah,
And
pouring that thing.
And they were like, go.
Yeah.
Hit it. Fuck it then. Hit that motherfucker. I was seeing 2 needles, bro.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that shit hit
yeah.
me hard, dude.
Yeah.
So I was trying not to scratch because I didn't want to play, look stupid up
yeah.
there. But I remember I was like this. And I was like, what the hell? My record was playing. I was like, holy shit. But I don't ever do that when I'm working, bro.
That's my biggest fear, is that falling off the stage stuff. I always, right when I get on the stage, I always check the stage with my foot and kind of just be like,
see if it's wobbly or some shit.
Yeah, always, because they ain't nothing worse than you just hella into your song and you just go down for the count. And then you're on a blooper somewhere, and you know.
I remember one of my boys, he was performing, he had the crowd rocking, and he goes, "I'm gonna bring my girl up on stage," and she was wearing heels,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh.
mini skirt and stuff like that. he brings her out and he's dancing to his new song, and she slips and falls, bro. And I don't know how she fell, but she fell like on all fours, and her damn miniskirt went all the way up, and she had no panties on.
Ay, Dios mío. That's what I'm saying. And then those kids, that's what, and then looking, remember the picture, you don't know who's,
Right,
you know what I mean? And then it's cruel nowadays because you get caught doing that. Next thing you know, you're a meme.
You're a meme.
And you're like, by the time you get home, you're like, what the hell? Yup. Hey, baby, you finally went viral.
Yeah,
like, ain't this it took that? And now you're a laughing stock because you were on some bullshit, getting drunk and thinking it was a game.
Yes.
And you got all eyes on me. Like Tupac got all eyes on me. Like you got to always be, you know, on point. You got to try to stay on point.
You have to
Stay on point, actually, you know. Especially these days in time, you have to.
You know, let me ask you this, because I've known some artists that have done this, what I'm about to share with you, and they've gotten like, they kind of became like a meme. People make fun of them because of what they did. Let me give an example. Say that I had a young son, maybe 15, 16 years old, and he really dug your music.
Yeah.
And he says, Dad, for my 18th birthday, you know, I want Swinla to come and perform at the house.
Yeah.
Now, say I was willing to pay you, you know, would you do something like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. If I'll perform in a backyard. If the money's right,
Right.
they're like, I'll give you whoop, and it's just a family thing.
Yeah.
I got paid, so I'm not turning no money down.
There was a guy that I knew, and he had asked me about this. He goes, should I do it? And I said, well, what are they paying you? And he said, the guy wants to give me $2,000, but he wants me to rap out of his garage.
Yeah.
And he's going to have just his homies stand around me. They really like my stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, well, how many people are going to be there? He goes, maybe like 20.
Yeah.
And I said, for $2,000, how long you have to rap for? He goes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know anybody else is going to give you $2,000 for 15 minutes, bro. Go out there, knock out 3 songs, 4 songs, whatever, and do it. Well, here's what made him look bad. Even though he got his money,
Yeah.
he was out there rapping out of garage, but only maybe like 10 people showed up. Somebody recorded it and gave it to like one of these meme pages on Instagram.
Oh, and said he was.
Yeah, and said, look, he's over here rapping for food and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh, see, yeah. But that's why I'm talking about consistency. Because if people see you're rocking big shows and that,
Right.
And then they see you do one like that, it's like, dude, check my. You know I've been performing everywhere.
Right.
But if you ain't doing shows and you ain't done a show in hella long, and then you do one like that, then it could be a little tricky.
Right.
Because they're like, you ain't even been doing no shows, bro. You know what I mean? And then they might think you're lying. They ain't pay you no $2,000. Get out of here.
Right.
You're lying. You're just saying that to cover it up. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. If you're not moving around and you do something like that, it might look bad.
Yeah.
But if you're moving and grooving, that's why I said I would do it, just because people see I've been doing show after show after show, big crowds. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, it might not be as big a crowd, but there's always people. I make sure it's more than 10 or 20, at least 100 people, 200 people, you know?
I know you were telling me earlier that how you manage, if I'm correct, rap acts, rappers. Do you have a label as well, or is it just your management?
Just the management. Management, because I do the, I'm under Thizz Latin, you know, with Gold Toes, and I let him handle the distribution. See, Gold Toes comes in handy because he busts his plays behind the scenes. He's the guy with the distribution you want to go to if you need a distribution. Like, he doesn't have to do all the other, I'm going to do these shows or this, do that. He's in a whole different position where it's like, you do that. I'll help you out. I'll back you. You can use my name. You can, like, he'll do things like that, you know. So let him handle the distribution. I'm just managing them, you know, to get them shows, to basically meet and greet people that they ain't never met before.
Right.
Try to get them into good studios, and like, just have other people help promote them. And then I'm not a guy behind the computer. Like, I actually hook up with you. I'll tell you to meet me, you know, if it's a different state, meet me there. Or, like, I'm outside. That's why when sometimes a lot of people be hearing me say, I'm an outsider. Because I don't hide behind the computer like most of these guys do. They just be online, but you don't see them nowhere. Like, they're not. Right. I got all these artists, but you never see them with them. They're not really helping them like that. They're just behind trying to do everything from computer. I'll actually pull up and help you do whatever you need to do. I'll be right there, and I'll guide you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Till it gets to the point where I can't hold your hand forever.
Of course.
I can't put you on my back like a JanSport and carry you everywhere.
Here's something that I think a lot of rappers have been dealing with for a long time. I'll give you an example. Say you're managing, say you got 5 acts, okay?
Yeah.
And let's just say you ran out. I don't even know if the House of Blues is still open. I know one in Anaheim is still open. Is the one in Frisco still open?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Well, let's just say that venue, for an example. Say you have it from 8 to 12, and the doors open at 8, and your first rap act that you're managing goes on at 9. Okay, you give them 15 minutes. Okay, but it's you already pre-sold tickets and it's sold out. Yeah. But that big crowd hasn't gotten there at 9 yet.
I don't know. What I do is I never put my artists on early like that. What I do is I get other openers to pay for those slots so that my artists get to perform at 10:30 or 11.
Right. Okay, but just hypothetically, say that you just have those 5 acts and the first one goes on at 9, and there's probably maybe 25 people out there.
I'll tell them to wait a little bit.
Okay, you tell them to wait a little bit. Yeah. But here's my thing. Say the artist tells you, because I'm assuming that there's artists right now listening that are going through that. Say you haven't waited another 30 minutes. Yeah. And maybe 50 people are there. Yeah. Okay. That big crowd hasn't shown up yet. Yeah. Because the headliner's not there.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you say as words of encouragement to that artist? Look, there may be 35 to 40 people out there, but go out there and do it. I mean, how would you encourage
What I'll
them?
do is I'll grab the mic.
Okay.
And basically be like, start talking all kind of stuff.
Okay.
And like hyping it up for this guy. There's times where I've even went outside the venue and told people, get inside. This guy's about to put all you guys inside. No one out here smoking cigarettes. Right. No, none of that. Everybody come inside. Even if it might not even be people that are there for the rap show. If I see some white people say, hey, you guys want to come in free? Guys don't even have to pay. Just come inside. Just so we can have a crowd for this guy. So I try to pull people in for him, and then I try to hype, and then I'll hype it up, and they'll get it done,
Right. I've always encouraged people still. I said, look, man, because I was there before when we first started. Yeah. I remember it was a sold out show, but when we get there, let's just say the headliner goes on at 11. We were supposed to go on like at 10. Okay. So we're like, okay, we got a good spot. Yeah, but when we got there, all of a sudden those people because this is how a lot of dudes do this. They were supposed to go on at 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock or whatnot. They don't show up. Yeah. So now the promoter's like, hey, Tony, you guys are going to have to go up before them because they're not here yet. Yeah. A lot of people do that.
They do that.
Okay. So
everyone wants that same time slot.
Yes.
So.
Well, we've gone out there. I don't care if there's 20 people or 25. At least we got paid. I'm going to go out there and give those 25 people a dope ass show. Yeah. And I like to encourage other artists. If this is your passion and you feel that this is what you really want to do with your life, go out there and give those 5, 10, 20 people a dope ass fucking show. Because let me tell you something. One thing that people don't realize, you do not know who showed up and you might impress.
It might be somebody there with a big bag.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah. So, and that's why I tell my artists, and even myself, I tell myself, gotta keep moving, gotta keep keep your foot on the gas pedal. Like I'll tell these guys, look, this show, all right, like you said, it was only 30 people there, right? But if you're constantly performing, like some guys have went, like you're saying, it might have not been a lot. And I'm like, just trust in the process. Don't trip. Because look, it'll be 1 or 2 of those, right? And then all of a sudden, the next 4, it was a big crowd. And I'm like, see, I told you.
Yes.
Like, sometimes, and then they're like, oh, cool, I'm with it. All right, all right.
Yes.
And then after those big 4, guess what happens? Maybe it'll be another small crowd.
Yes.
But I'm like, remember what happened last time?
Yes.
Like you gotta just you could gain 10 new followers. You can meet somebody.
Exactly.
I've seen people mess around, and I'll talk to them a month from now, and they're like, "Oh, I got this girl pregnant. What girl pregnant? Remember? Yeah, man, my wife had one of them 20 girls. Remember that hot chick? I was like, oh, that was that one baby girl that was like, see? He's like, hell yeah, man. I was living in a trap. Now I kind of moved into her spot, and I'm kind of doing a little better. Yeah. So just different little things like that.
How would you feel say that you heard two of your artists saying, "Man, there's only 25 people out there. Fuck that. Let's go out there and give them a bullshit show." How would you feel about those artists?
I would probably not even invite them to no more shows no more, because now you're messing my name up.
Yeah.
You know, and then people are going to be hitting me up like, you got those, you're art managing those trashy dudes that are complaining. Once I start hearing the complaining, everything is a complaint, everything is this, I'll be like, man, I'll stop talking to you. I'm going to stop picking up your phone call. I'm going to just be like, just do it on your own then. So, and then some guys are like, oh, well, I will do it on my own. And then time passes, and all of a sudden, here they go hitting me up again. Hey, Swin, you think that... Well, like, what? Because you're falling even more down and down and down and down and down and down and down. Like, you should have just shut your mouth. And, like, I had to do it for years and years. When I wasn't even getting... My girl told me, man, quit that rap shit. What the fuck you said? There ain't no money in that. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
And now she's kicking me out of the house. Get out of here. Go get that bag. Like, she's literally like handing me my jacket, putting it on, going, all right, opening the door. See you later. Bye-bye. Go get that bag. But before, she was like, dude, you're stupid. I used to tell her, dude, don't worry. You just got to keep doing it. Just got to keep doing it. Just don't give up. Just don't give up. Don't give up. So that's why I tell these artists, like, it took me a while because, you know, that's what it is. And then now they're him. But how did you do it? Like, what are you talking about? You didn't see all the shit I was doing, like, to get here, and you think you're just gonna do it overnight? Maybe you might if Dr. Dre calls you or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Then all right, cool. Toodles to you. Put me on. I'll be like, put me on. Him and tell Dre to hit me. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta just like trust in the process.
Okay, here's another one. And again, I'm trying to throw a lot of gems out there for artists that may think that these things that I'm about to mention are irrelevant. Yeah. For an example, do you think sound checks are important?
It depends if it's a big show or if it's just, you know.
Okay.
But if you haven't been like doing too much, then it is important because you ain't even been doing hella shows. Or guys that have been on the shelf for too long and they're trying to make a comeback. Right. Because they get up there and they start missing words and just like just doing cat stuff up there, where it's almost like I'm telling the DJ, cut that off short. I'm ripping them off the stage. Get out of there. Head off. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, but if you're doing a bunch of shows in that, then the smaller ones, you don't need it. But I definitely the bigger ones, because you I mean, there's thousands of people coming to see you or whatever. You kind of got to make sure the mics are good, because that's one thing I hate when I go somewhere and they were like, oh, sound check, and you go and the mic is fucked up. You weren't there. Or the sound system might fucked up. The sound is messed up. And then all of a sudden you're arguing with the DJ back there and people are looking again.
Fuck the sound, man.
Yeah, fuck the sound guy. Fuck you, this and that, and you know. And then, especially if a DJ's, we're calling this one guy DJ Spinoff, because he used to put your music off and go leave to the bar to go get drinks. He'd be like, what the fuck are you getting? And he'd be like, oh, shit. Hennessy come back. I said, bro, get out of here, dude. You keep spinning off every time the artist comes. But he didn't spin off against the headliner.
Okay.
And it was funny because the headliner might have seen him doing that. And the headliner would turn around and be like, do you spin off on me? I'm slapping the fuck out of you in this fucking venue. Dude's like, why would I do that? Because you've been doing it all night to every fucking body else. Right. You know, so all of a sudden with him, he's super respectful. Like, how come he didn't give that same respect to these guys? And then the other guys start going, I'm kicking his ass after the show. Who does he think he's playing with? Right.
Yeah. Okay, here's another one. And this one may just be like, oh, it's only common sense, Tony, but you'll be surprised. Yeah. Should an artist promote themselves?
I think so. I promote myself all the time. I think you should. You know, I know some cats, I don't need no social media. If you're an artist, dude, and you ain't got no social media, or like 9 times out of 10, you're going to be at Walmart next month. Yeah. You're going to be at Walmart. I promise you're going to be at Walmart. I'm going to pull into Popeyes and be asking you for a chicken sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Even though nowadays, shit, some of these, they're making, what, $20 an hour at McDonald's and shit like that? Cool. I'd be like, what? You run in there. You feel me? Go make you a little something. But I mean, like, you know, you're just going to, you have to promote yourself. You have to. Like,
you'll be surprised how many dudes do not.
Lazy, thinking, wanting handouts and everyone to do it.
I mean, they have an Instagram. They probably have maybe 30, 40,000 followers, which are legit. Yeah. and they're like
fake followers.
Yeah, probably.
Shout out to these guys. They think they're not tricking me. I look at people's likes and stuff sometimes, and I start seeing chinitos from and those Hindus and Arabs. I'm like, dude, those are fake. But he has every time 3,000 likes.
Yeah. No, I knew a guy that had 100,000 followers.
It makes me sick.
And he averaged between 5 to 7 likes.
Yeah,
per post, and I'm like,
yeah,
fake ass shit.
See, I don't know who you think you're fooling, because when you see them, they're bragging about it. Yeah. I just got 2,000. I'm like, bro, who do you think you're talking to? I'd rather have my 800 likes or whatever, but real. I'm interact. Those are real. I don't cheat on none of that. So it's like, and it means something to me because it's real. That fake stuff, what does it mean anymore if you're doing that fake stuff inside? You're like, damn, you ain't shit. You really ain't doing nothing if you're over there paying for all that, this, and that. And it's like, who are you kidding? And then some of it be funny because some of these artists that do it, like, are always in the house or like dumb shit. You're like, ain't nobody like him. They're scrolling right. You're not interesting like that. They're scrolling right past that. Right. How dare you? And then especially if it's a guy that's like, oh, Swin, I need Swin. You got more followers than me. You got all these more views and likes. But every time I see you, you're like, Swin, you're asking me to bust moves. You're telling me to do this because that shit is fake. You know, this one guy does it. I can't stand it. I'm not gonna say his name, but he thinks he's the guy over it. He's a what do you call it? When you believe your own lies, you start believing yourself. But he really be like thinking. I'm like, dude, you are like.
Is he from out here?
Nah, he's from Sacramento.
Oh, okay. Sacramento. I was gonna say, if he's from out here, tell me afterwards.
Yeah. No, dude from Sacramento. I'm like, dude, are you like? And then it's funny because like 2 months later, I see the guy put on there like, I'm done with rap. You crying on there now. I'm like, dude, are you kidding? Yeah. You know. So yeah. It's hilarious.
Okay. Now here's another one. As far as appearance, do you believe that an artist should be able to have some type of look?
Yes, sir. I was just talking about this with one of my friends. We were talking about if I see you in that same white bummy ass tee, dirty tee every time I see you. Yes. Like you ain't never like, you know. I was telling them people that can get away with just wearing a white tee and a hat are like people like Andre Nicotina, Dre Dog, like legends. That they're just dope. They don't give a damn about a gold chain. They don't give a damn about a watch, but they've been dope. They can get away with it. Yes. You know, but like you have to like who wants to like see a bummy ass like, you know what I mean? Like have some type of, and then it's like in Cali, I was like, even where I'm from, like that's why you got to separate yourself from the pack. You want to look like, you know, different and different from everybody else. You know, a lot of these guys, like from Atlanta and all that, they're always dressed to impress.
Oh, dressed to impress.
You see them.
I don't think people use that anymore. Dressed to impress. They don't use that anymore.
They don't. Yeah. But it's like you got to look the part,
bro.
Like, you know,
I went to a show maybe about a year ago, and there was these 2 rappers that were going to be there, and I thought that they sucked. Yeah. I'll be honest. I thought that they were horrible. Yeah. But when they walked in. And the way they carried themselves and the way they were dressed, their presence won me over. Yeah. I was over there to their wax song. Like, hell yeah, I like these guys.
You want to be the guy to walk in the building and heads are turning. Yes. You know, if no heads are turning and you're walking in and everyone's just like,
oh, that's him.
The security guy's going, hey, pressing you at the door like. Because you look like don't even look like nobody. The security's already pressing you as soon as you walk in. Right. Asking you questions. Oh, wait to the side. You guys come in. Like, dude, I thought you were an artist. He's telling you to wait to the side. And people come, like, because you're not, you know, he's looking at you just like if, you know.
You're a fan. Like, you're there to watch the show. Yeah. No, I do believe that. And I think those are a lot of things that a lot of artists need to take into consideration. Why possibly they're not winning, why they can't get ahead, because a lot of times it's small things. Like for me, I used to always go to all my sound checks. Yeah. Okay, because many times I would get there and that bass sounded like somebody was taking a fucking shoe to a wall. Yeah. And I was like, bro, we got to fix that shit.
Yeah, straight up.
Like that shit sounds horrible. You know, we're not going to go on until we fix that. You know, then they would fix it. Then we would come back and get the. Everything was dope.
Yeah, definitely.
I've always did that. you got to look good, bro. Like, you got to look good. You got to smell good. And another thing is, I never deny anybody a picture. I never denied that. I met guys that were just jerks, bro. Jerks to their fans. And he was the headliner, and he sold out. But when he was outside and people saw him, like, hey, can we get a picture? Fuck these people.
I know one guy that used to be like, hey, let me get a picture. And turn around, I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't do that.
What? But hella disrespectful. I don't do that. And the dude would be like, so like embarrassed. His girlfriend sitting there like, and you're like super embarrassed.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the other guy just jumps in the car and slides off on you. There's smoke, a cloud of smoke in your face. God damn, that's bullshit.
I remember watching a video of Kanye West, but I don't know. I'm gonna give him credit because I don't know if it was a paparazzi.
Yeah.
But somebody said, "Mr. West, can I get a picture?" And he turns around and he goes, "Get the fuck out of here," you know. And I was like, "Okay, was that a fan or was that paparazzi?"
Yeah.
You know, but you know, a lot of times, you know what, I get it because guys like that get bum rushed everywhere they go.
Yeah.
They get bum rushed everywhere they go. But if you're an up and coming artist and somebody likes your performance, somebody likes maybe your video, somebody follows you on Instagram and they see you, and you may get flattered that they recognized you.
Yeah.
You know what? Take a picture with them or whatever because you just gained a fan.
Straight up.
You just gained a fan. You know, because of this podcast, I get recognized a lot.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And my biggest mistake is that when a guy's staring at me,
Yeah.
okay, he's gonna start some shit, or he recognizes me from this. 95% he recognizes me from this. But I always tell guys, fuck, dude, at least tell me. Don't keep me guessing.
Yeah.
You know, because I'd be seeing dudes that be like, and I'm like,
yeah, like what's popping?
and they're like, let's go outside, and I was like, what? I was with my daughter, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it. Then I said, I'll be back. My daughter got scared. So we walked around the bar and I go, what's up, man? He goes, can I get a picture, Tony A? And I was like, don't fucking do that, bro.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Yeah, don't do it like that.
You know,
don't do it like
but
that.
it was cool though. It was all love. It's just that don't do that, bro.
Yeah,
So-
there's a way to come at a person like, you know, and especially don't do it if a man is hollering at a female or something. He's like, well, hey man, I'm talking with this chick for me. Hold on a minute.
Oh yeah.
Like like, you know what I mean? Just
Some
wait till
fans can really get groupied out, bro. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like I think I've seen more groupie guys than the groupie girls.
Yeah.
I remember, I'm trying to remember where, I don't know if it was Detroit, but this guy showed up with this girl and DJ Quick, Second to None, AMG, we showed up late.
Yeah.
And we said, fuck the back, just drop us off in the front. We're going to walk through.
Yeah.
We were about to go on stage in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And this one guy yelled out, oh my God, it's Quick.
Yeah.
He yelled that out.
Yeah.
He went up to him, bro, and like was hugging him. Yeah. And we're like, get the fuck up, bro. We're trying to go up on stage.
Straight up.
But this guy got like groupie. I guess he never expected him to come through the front door.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's just like, honestly, and I get it, and they're fans, and much love and respect to them, but don't do that either, bro.
Yeah. Don't do that either. You can't just be, you know, you got it accordingly. You know what I mean? Like if somebody's about to jump on and I seen, matter of fact, Busy Bone.
Okay.
Like this dude, he was like right about to go on. He's riding up the stairs. And the guy's like, hey, man, let me take a picture. He went, man, get off of me.
Yeah.
Like, and dude was like, well, I'm security. Man, get out of here. Tossed him out for it. Tossed him out immediately for it.
Yeah.
And then one guy, a matter of fact, somebody yesterday, matter of fact, this incident happened yesterday. They were like, oh, Swin, let me take a picture with you, bro. Whoop, whoop. I'm like, all right. Dude's like, oh, my phone's dead. Here, take the picture on you. Can you take the picture on your phone? Like, hey, bro, wait a minute.
Yeah.
On my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tag me in it. And I'm like,
And do all that shit.
yeah, on my phone. Like, how does that work out? Like, you want a picture, but your phone is dead, and now you're asking me to take the picture with.
Text it to me.
Text it to me. I don't even know you, brother, and don't want to know you. So it happened to me actually last night, and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding? At my phone, really?
Oh man,
I wouldn't even like.
Right.
Like, no, that's out.
I'm gonna tell you a sick story. I have to tell you this, guys. Please don't let people borrow your phones. Okay.
Never.
I was working, And this one guy, he was like all down and out. And I go, you all right, man? And he goes, yeah, my fucking phone died. Like he was really, because he's on his phone 24/7.
Yeah.
And then I go, okay, do you need to make a call? And he goes, yeah, man, can I use your phone? And I was like, all right, cool. So I give it to him. I said, I don't let people use my phone, but go for it. So he gets up. Oh, can you unlock it? So I unlocked it. He gets up and he's walking out the lunch area.
Yeah.
And I go, dude, where are you going? And he goes, oh, to the bathroom.
Oh, walking off with the thing?
To the bathroom.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
And I'm like, you're going to take a shit and text with my phone.
Yeah.
Give me that shit, motherfucker.
Yeah. I don't trust it too, because remember I got my cash apps and this
everything on
next
there, bro.
thing you know, you're looking go, what? With $0 in my cash app. Ain't this like they could press anything. Start
bro.
Deleting pictures or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Just messing with your account like that.
Don't let people use your phone.
Yeah, I don't trust. I'll actually dial it in front of them and put it on speaker. And I'll hold it.
Yes.
From far too. Like this. Yeah.
Anything, my bro, that I didn't ask you, anything you want to promote? What can, one of my questions before we start taking some phone calls, what can people expect from you for the rest of the year, 2023?
The rest of the year, show after show after show, you know, the ciphers that I'm dropping. I just started doing the cipher thing. So
if somebody wanted to be a part of that, how can they get a hold of you? Is it just through your Instagram or what do they need to qualify to be a part of it other than rap?
Basically, try to hit me up on Instagram, or if you know like Gotos or somebody like that, hit him up. He'll tap in with me immediately. So like that, or you can hit me up and we'll figure it out. Okay. Like I said, I give everyone a chance. I'm not one of those guys that like I give you a chance to hang yourself. If you're gonna hang yourself, then go for it. But if you're gonna be dope, then cool, let's push together. Let's get it. Okay.
Yeah. Now, as far as these ciphers, because I don't know how they work, so I'm kind of asking the way a fan would ask. Is there a prize? Is it going to be on YouTube? Is it, you know, what can the fans expect from these ciphers?
It's basically like right now I've been like not getting like too many big acts. I've been getting like some underground acts. Yeah. It's basically exposure right now. It's exposure and, you know, getting discovered. I might pick you up. If I think you're super dope and I'm looking at the cipher, I might be calling you like, bro, I'm going to get you in the studio. Let's work. Like, you got to start working. Like, people like it. And then a lot of people, like, if I post it up, people comment, oh, that first dude was dope. And if hella people going, that first dude, oh, my goodness, oh, my God. I'm going to, like, take that into consideration. Be like, man, let me see what this guy's
after
made
the
of.
show, I'm going to shoot you a guy that I think is dope, and I believe that he needs exposure. Yeah. And maybe you can invite him if you think he's dope. Yeah. You know, I'm going to go from there.
Yeah, definitely.
So 2023, show after show.
Show after show, and then I got some, like some new videos that are going to be dope coming up. You know, I'm working with Fab on some. My boy Chippa's on something. My album's almost done, so I'm working on the Blood, Sweat, and Tears album that's coming up. Okay. And like I was telling you, I had a conversation with a few people. I'm only dropping hits. I've been doing it for too long. I don't want to be on regular stuff. Like, I just want to make hits right now. Even if it ain't a whole album, I just want hits. So just something that hits. It could be a hot single, whatever. So just hits. And like, just a lot going on. Like, and another thing to look out for is I'm just investing more money. Like, you know, I've been saving up my money, and like I ain't been like these other guys just throwing my money away. I've been saving it, and I'm about to put that money to use and do things that I couldn't do before and start busting those bigger plays.
Hell yeah. That's dope. That's
straight
dope.
Up.
Okay, let's go ahead and put that number up. Okay, let's see who calls in. And let me see. Let me connect with this broadcaster. Let me know once I'm in. Yep. Okay. Anybody wants to call in and talk to Swinla or ask him whatever you guys want, you guys can go ahead and do that now. The number's up. And it's up, and it's up, and it's up, and it's stuck. Okay. Let me see. Anybody want to call in? Let's go. Okay, you guys always say, oh, I'm going to call and ask a question. Right now's the time. If not, we got maybe about 12 minutes, and then we're going to end it. So let's go. You know what? I got to. Okay, let me see. Caller, call back. All right. Call back, caller. I saw you. And don't call from the bathroom either, because I can tell. Okay. Caller, your name or where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Tony? What's up, Swin? This is Regal from Bell Gardens, California.
What's up, my
for
brother?
Swin.
What's going down,
I
Mike?
would like to know what's up, man? I'd like to know who are your top 5 Bay Area rappers?
Top 5, E40, Keek the Sneak. But I'm gonna say Burner. I didn't say it earlier, but Burner, because he's from San Francisco, where I'm from, and he's moving and grooving. I got a few songs of Burner too, and let's say Mr. Fab, he's dope, and
Right on.
and me, Swinla, you know.
Okay.
Uh,
I was
there
going to
any
say Gotos, but
artists,
When he
any
raps, he's
artists
dope.
that
Huh?
you would want to work from the Bay
Any artists? Yeah,
that
definitely.
you're looking forward to connecting one day?
Yeah, like, Too Short, trying to get some stuff done with him. All the guys basically that I mentioned, the Keek the Sneaks, the 40s, and me and my boy
Right on.
Chippas, we connected on some. He's doing his thing. If you ever heard of Chippas, he's dope.
Okay. All right, well, right on, man. Well, good looking out for mentioning Andre Nicotine. I'm a big fan of Dre Dog from day one, 93.
Off top,
good looking
Dre
out on
Dog.
that.
I love Dre Dog. That's my guy
Yeah,
right
Dre
there.
Dog.
Him too. Matter of fact,
Right there,
and working on some stuff with Andre. Andre is cool as a fan.
dope.
And I hope to see one day you can collab with JB or Cito, man. I know those are the upcoming artists, but they're hot right now. I mean,
Yeah, they
they're
doing their thing.
hot artists. They're doing their thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they doing
All
their
right, man.
thing.
Well, wish you nothing but the best. Keep pushing it, man.
It's all good. This is what it is, Mike.
Thank you.
Right on.
All right, let's go. Who's going to be the next caller? We just missed a call. Caller, call back. Okay. We missed about 3 calls, so let's go. The lines are open. Let me see. Caller, call back. I see you right there. Let's go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Yo, what up, man? This is MC Caps.
What's good, my
Orange
brother?
County 714. What's up?
What up, Mike?
Yo, what up? Peace to Roadium Radio, man.
Thank you, my brother.
I got a little love for you guys, man, but you guys be hating on like the underground heads that don't get a lot of airplay, don't get any recognition, And I'm just trying to say, you guys are missing out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what?
I've been sending
Why don't you shout?
I've been sending Tony A fucking emails nonstop for years, and
Well, why don't you?
nothing back,
Hey, bro. As far as the MCs that you're saying not getting enough light, why don't you shout some of them out, bro?
All right, man. I think all right. Then Aloha, Phase Rock, fucking Pause One.
Well, pause one.
Pause
I had
from,
him booked.
Norwalk.
I had him booked, and he canceled on me, bro. So I'm not going to book him again.
Oh yeah, you know what? If he canceled was for a reason, but these motherfuckers is like you're shining light on a lot of people that I mean, yeah, man. I give respect to everybody that's out there doing the thing, but I feel like sometimes you got like a narrow mind into what hip hop should sound like, you know what I mean? And you know what? But I pay respect, man.
All good, my bro. Look, why don't you hit me on Instagram, bro?
Man, this is MC Caps from Orange County, California.
Oh, good.
You know what I
Listen, why don't you hit me on Instagram and hit me up direct, bro, and we'll work on getting you here since you're telling me that you've been emailing me. Hit me direct. Let me know that this was you, and we'll bring you in.
Sounds gravy, man. That's dope, man. Man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll give you my word, bro. But when you come in, I want you to spit.
What did he say? That's what's up.
All good, my bro. You got a question for my guest?
You know what? I do not know too much about your guest, so but peace and respect.
All good, my bro. Thank you. Okay, let's go to the next caller. Let's see. We missed about 2 phone calls. And let's keep it pushing. We got maybe about 7 more minutes, so we can try to get at least about 3 more in there. So let's do this like Brutus. Here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Tony?
What's good, my brother? How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. My name is Ivan. I'm calling from Stockton, California.
Stockton.
Man, much love to Swinla, man. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
It's all good. Much love too, man. Bay Area, man. Northern California. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. You, man. I honor this show because I feel at home, and you're down there with Tony A, representing for all of us, for all the people in Northern California, Swinla.
Definitely, I got to keep it moving for us. I got to push our side and make sure we get our recognition. You know what I mean? So that's why I push hard, and I do it for Northern California and for all you guys, man. I'm doing it for everybody. So the push will continue.
No doubt. Hey, much love to Southern California and Tony A.
Absolutely.
Marvelous, man. It would be cool to see people from up north, man, like Seven Dudes, Young Iggs, man, Acito, Big Tone, Filthy Rich.
Shout out
Jay
Big
Stalin.
Tone.
Just to name a few.
Off top, I got a show with Jay Stalin when I get back in Modesto. Slide through. It's the Summer Jam in Modesto on August 26th. If you could pull up, we're going to all be out there. GB, a bunch of people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All good.
Man, yes, sir. Hey, Swinla, God bless you. God bless you, Tony.
All right, my brother. You stay blessed, homie.
All right, homie.
Gentlemen, have a blessed evening.
Off top.
Okay. Let's go. We got time for at least about 2 more phone calls. If you guys want to call in, I always like to say that if you got the balls, make the calls. Let's go. Yeah, you know what? Oh, man. Okay. Come on, guys. Let's keep it pushing. If not, we're going to go ahead and read. I think we have some super chats, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Call your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is another shameless plug. Miguelito's Tattoos on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, I have just one question for your guest.
Yes.
But before I ask my question, I just hope that your guest is really honest, and I hope he answers my question truthfully.
What up, man?
All right, man. So this is my question for you, man. My question to you is, are you down right now to bust a freestyle on Roadium Radio?
Why not? Let's get it. You ready?
Drop the beat.
Go ahead.
Drop it.
Well, you're not going to like my beats. So
All right.
they're from 1980, Run DMC style.
You want to, all right, look, I'll do it without a beat. You want me to do it without a beat, a cappella? All right, look.
Whatever works for you, man.
All right. You got a beat or we going a cappella?
You know what? Try something. I've got these old raggedy ass beats for a minute, bro.
Oh, okay.
But just try them anyway. If you're not feeling it, don't worry about it. Just play one. Okay, these are like some. You could.
Yo, look. Don't make me have to pull the blammers out. Pull up on you, yes, with them cameras out. YouTube, so your fans know what you about. A broke nigga, he just running his fucking mouth. But this the moment, yes, when your life ends. I'm the recipe, stirring like a witch doctor. For the power, keep a lawyer like Proctor. I high elevate propellers on a helicopter. Stop it, you ain't never gonna make a profit. As long as I'm around, swing the profit. Smoking Kermit, fire, I live in the furnace. Monster, straight out of Loch Ness. Darkness, got my soul touching iron, trying to find my way out through these slithering serpents, made my way out of hell, jail and slum life. Now I'm passing up these stars like magic sight. Whoa, so hold up like suspenders on a junkyard dog. When I enter the arena, dog, I'm just trying to climb the top of the ladder like Black Draft and graduate easy with my draft class like Rocky, nigga. You know I'm first blood. I got that Rambo, Northern Cali with the slug. Da, da. Nigga hit him in the brain. Where you from the block, been serving cane. I'm outside everywhere I go. I got your bitch on my dick, yeah, I go. I'm from the Bay, so we go hyphy and done. And you niggas ain't making money, straight bums. Yeah, I'm the man where I come from. Mission District, you niggas all run. Pull the chopper out, straight out the sunroof. Yo, you get hit, nobody bulletproof. The Bay Area, that's where I'm from. The big Bay Area, one.
No, let's give him a hand clap. Miguelito, give us your opinion. Yo.
I'm gonna leave the live chat. I'm gonna let the live chat decide.
All good, bro. Thank you, my bro. Appreciate you. Okay, he hung up. But I like that shit. Okay, let's see. Thank you for that, man.
Off top.
Okay, because let me see.
I ain't never ran from a freestyle, so.
Hey, you know what? I'm
Whatever
glad.
it is.
I'm glad. Here we go. Caller, your name and where you calling from. You are our last caller.
Hey, what's up? It's Spencer Baca from Sacramento.
Sakra, what up?
Hey, what's up? I got one question for you, and then I've been watching the show. I've been tuning in the whole time. There's been a couple things I wanted to ask both of you, but one specifically just for you, Swinla.
What's up, family?
So, hey, I know you're from the Bay Area, and I know you mentioned about a half hour ago you'd love to do a song with Too Short, but would you ever do a song with any other Bay Area artists such as E40, Black Sea, RBL Posse, and Don Cisco? Would you do it?
Definitely. I already got songs with songs with RBL Posse already, and yeah, I've done a lot of work. If you Google some of my stuff and look, I've done work with a lot of Bay legends, like with Messy Mars and the Burners, and Keek. We got some that was a long time ago, but yeah, definitely E40. I think that my Latin flavor and my style would go good with his style, and I think that'll be dope. Just to have us Latin, because there's not a lot of Latins that get shine
right
in the Bay Area. It's always the brothers or. It's like it's hard when you're a Latino to come up. Baby Bash did, he went to Houston, but like Baby Bash out of how many other Latino artists, and then all the people where we're from, it's like a lot of them just got like the Northern California fans or the Northerner fans, and everybody thinks it got to be like gang banging, like your fans through gang banging, and it's like. Somebody needs to like break that, and you are where you're from, but like lyrical and doing something that doesn't have to be gang related. It's just like bars and up there with the top dogs and everybody respecting it.
Yeah, that's what's up. And before I ask my last two things, and since you mentioned a name, Tony, is Baby Bash ever going to be on Roadium Radio?
Yes.
Okay, so my last two questions are, Swinla, how far away, I wanted to ask you this for a while. I hit you in your DM one time but never got a response. How far away do you live from the Tenderloin district in San Francisco?
I don't even live in San Francisco no more, man.
But you know where that Tenderloin
yes, the Tenderloin, ain't nothing tender about that place. You know what I'm saying? It's like the LA, the Skid Road. We was riding by past all those tents earlier.
Yeah.
10 cents. The Tenderloin is just drugs, prostitutes, cops, jail time. And like a lot of the stores, it's sad to say, but downtown San Francisco is turning to shit, man. That shit is a grimy ass place, man.
Okay. What's your last question, my bro?
Yeah, it's tough, yeah. So, yeah, California's just unfortunately not as nice. But last thing I wanted to ask you, Tony, is I know this might put you on the spot a little bit, but I wanted to ask you, just curious, who are all the artists you have booked in the past that have canceled on you at the last minute?
I think that ought to be an entire show. Maybe one day I'll do that and I'll announce everybody who canceled.
Cancellation.
Yes. Dudes that I booked a month ahead of time.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's it. I'm not gonna throw names right now. But
Okay, so anyway, I'll be calling in on Wednesday too. Hopefully, it'll be another artist.
yes, it is. It is.
One love, homie. 916
Okay.
to the 415.
Okay, anyway, much love from the 916. Have a good night, man.
All good, my bro. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead. Let me see. Let me get off of this. Okay, bam, bam, and we are out. All right, we can take these off now. Swinla, anything again? Give an opportunity. If there's anything that I didn't ask you, anything you want to share. If not, we can just give some shout outs.
Man, shout out to first of all, tell your wife to Google me or gobble me. Nah, I'm fucking with you. But man, shout out to GoToes, GT Digital, doing this thing. Always there for his brother. Shout out to everybody that's part of this land. There's too many names to name. Shout out to San Francisco, California. Shout out to my real homies. You know, shout out to Dying Breed, my Dying Breed homies. You know, they from my neighborhood. Shout out to, you know, all the people that's rocking with me. To the people that ain't jealous, hating, that wasn't hitting me up before, but now they hitting me up. And shout out to you haters that be making those fake pages, watching my stories every day, trolling me. And I got to keep deleting these motherfuckers because it's like, you know, I know the trollers. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to my haters. But besides that, shout out to everybody's success. I believe in everybody. Shout out to all my artists. And shout out to the Good Felons. And shout out to all the people that's pushing with me, man. This is what it is. This Latin Hayward too. Shout out to my niggas. They always rocking with me. And it, like I said, it's too many to name. But shout out to, you know.
It's all good. So do we have the super chats over there? Yes, we do. You want to go ahead and do that right now?
Sure. We have Anthony Brito. Just making sure you guys can hear me. But Anthony Brito dropped $5. Subtone. Looking forward to the Crystal Pure's interview. She's dope.
Oh yes. From the Blackout podcast.
Enrique Ledesma dropped $1.99. Jenny 69 certificada trash.
All good. Thank you.
RC 4.99. What's up? Oh, what's up, Swinla? Much love to all of these Latin artists, especially fan from the stack with this Latin Hayward Yee.
All good. Yee.
Yee!
Enrique Ledesma dropped $4.99. Whoever is running the Tony Vision account, props keep punching back at the finger bangers.
Okay, dope.
Shazzy H-Town dropped $5. How long is too long to do free shows or pay to get on shows as an artist?
You want to answer that?
How
long is too long to do a free show? Say you have an artist that was invited to go perform somewhere.
Oh, 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
What would be the longest? 15?
15.
Okay.
And there, you know, some of them you got to pay to get on some of these shows. You know what I mean? The free ones, you gotta be a part of some shows, and I gotta see who you are and all that before I could throw you a free show. But definitely, if you're dope, there's a lot of artists that hit me and they were paying. But nowadays they're not paying because I think they're dope now, and I do give them free shows.
What would be
and help them get paid?
Somewhat of a ballpark figure. Say I was an artist and I said, "Hey man, I want to pay, and I want to open up for you guys today." How much would I?
It depends what headliner it is. If it's a big, huge headliner, it could range from, you know, like 800 to 500 to like 300. It depends the act, how big the show is. You know, you get tickets with it, and I help you push. And like I said, you got to start somewhere before you even want to get a free show, or if you want to start getting paid for it, you have to put in the work first.
And now let me ask you this. Would that person be put on the flyer?
Yes, I will put them on the flyer.
Okay.
And if you get mad about it because you got to pay for a show, because some of these cats do this, they're like, damn, I got to pay to perform. And then they double back, and I see them with the white boy that don't even rap or none, and they don't say nothing to him. They give him his 1,000.
Right.
But why can't you give me what I asked for?
Right.
Like, but you're over there paying a guy that when you show up to the show, he's going to treat you like he does not know you.
Yeah.
He's going to put you on hella early, and he's not gonna talk to you all night. He's gonna be shaking you all night. Me, I'm gonna shake your hand when you walk in, and I'm gonna treat you like a human being. I'm gonna treat you like I know you, and you know, I'm not gonna just ignore you and be Hollywood with you.
All good. Invest in yourself, guys. Let's go.
All right. Jaime dropped $20. One love.
Thank you, Jaime.
Isaiah Spontaneous Content dropped $5. Shout out to God, creator of everything.
Shout out. Thank you.
Definitely.
And that is all.
That is it. Okay, I'm going to give my shout outs once again. My brother, thank you very much for coming
Yes,
through
sir. Yes, sir.
and blessing us with this interview. I hope it's not the last time.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
also want to give a shout out to Emilio.
Straight up, my boy.
And also,
The homegirl.
what's her name? G.I.G.
G.I. Jen.
G.I.
Jen, right? We just met her last night. She's from Atlanta.
So
That's why you see how we give people a chance.
Yes.
We could have been like, psst, but if we think you're a little dope, we you know,
that'll work.
we'll put
That'll
you
work.
on.
And also, let me give a shout out to Gold Toes.
Off top.
He called me during the commercial break when I was coughing.
Oh, okay.
He said somebody should have hit my back. Anyways, also let me give a shout out to Alex Cervantes Enterprise. My shout out to Norby's, News of Norby's. He'll be on next week. And also my son, I almost said B-SKANLESS for helping to promote this. And then the Hip Hop Jedi. And also Marvelous Inc. And also to our moderator, Magic Girl. Make sure you guys go to Marvelous Minds and check out last night's episode. You guys will not regret it. So other than that, see you guys here Wednesday. And we are out once again. Muchas gracias, carnal.
Hasta la vista, baby. I'll be back.
You got it.